Welcome to the Stanley Cup pregame. I'm your host, Jay Rod. Buddy, stay here. And in our studios, Jay Rod alongside Jay Carr. Say hi.
Hi.
And we're getting set for Game 1, the Stanley Cup Final, here on Memorial Day 2017. The Pittsburgh Penguins, they won the Eastern Conference just a few days ago on Thursday, but it was a little further into history when the Nashville Predators advanced from the Western Conference. That was back on Monday. First pregame show since the Penguins advanced here on SN. Welcome everybody into our SN studios. This all new graphics for the Stanley Cup Final here on May 29th, 2017. And we're going to hear from Jace about this matchup. But, buddy, what's going to happen in this game? Who's going to score first, buddy?
Penguin.
So he says the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to score first in tonight's game. But is the long rest for the Nashville Predators going to hurt them?
No.
Do you think the Predators will start out strong?
Yeah.
Will Matt Murray be a very good goaltender for the Pittsburgh Penguins?
Yeah.
And we're all getting set for that game tonight on NBC 7 o'clock Central Time for Game 1, Stanley Cup Final. And the Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins playing in Game 1. Well, how did this happen? We had let's start with the Western Conference, Anaheim and Nashville. Nashville would take Game 1 on the road. Anaheim would take Game 2. And then Nashville would take Game 3 at home. And then Nashville would lose their first home game in Game 4. At that point in the series, you thought momentum was shifting to Anaheim. Well, Anaheim did score first in Game 5, but then a very bad injury to their starting goaltender. And from there on, Nashville would dominate the series, and leading to a 6-3 victory on 2 empty net goals for the Nashville Predators in Game 6 of the Western Conference Final. But Pittsburgh, buddy, who did Pittsburgh beat? What team did Pittsburgh beat in the last series? Just have to show you. Was it this team? What do they call them? It's the Ottawa Senators, buddy. They beat the Ottawa Senators in that series, but Ottawa would lead this, buddy. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Are you just done?
Yeah.
You have to stay. So, a pillow right here. So, Ottawa would take Game 1. Pittsburgh would take Game 2. Ottawa take Game 3. Pittsburgh take Game 4. Going into Game 5, Pittsburgh at home on home ice on a Sunday afternoon. And Pittsburgh would take Game 5. Game 6 would go to Ottawa at home. Game 7. Everybody, you all saw Game 7, where the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Ottawa Senators in double overtime. I was there for that double overtime game, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, they dominated in overtime. I was not at the game. I wish I was. I was watching it on television, the full overtime, even though I live in Central Time. If it was Eastern Time, I probably would not have been staying up that late because it's just so late, buddy. The Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, buddy, should we make our picks? Buddy, should we make our picks already so you can go? It's time to make our picks presented by S Star M. Okay, here we go. Make a new thing for J-Car. Buddy, are you gonna pick the Pittsburgh Penguins or the Nashville Predators? You going with the Pittsburgh Penguins? Buddy, you have to say yes or no. You can go now. And he's going with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He is now out of our studio, so nothing else I can really say. Listen, good luck to him. Good. Oh, you don't have settings on it. I do. So J-Car going with the Pittsburgh Penguins for his to win game number 1.
Oh, my alarm didn't go off.
And Jordan is late, so we're gonna have to take away 100 minutes from his next stream.
Yeah, Jeremy's postponed to 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tonight. I'm like never available anymore. But Jordan, so we have been talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Nashville Predators for today's game. Jace has picked the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I
Out of our studio because he got tired.
I picked the Penguins. Well, I gotta go eat lunch. I mean breakfast, so I have to leave here. My computer's gonna die. My computer's gonna die.
Plug it in. That's why they invented a charger like 100 years ago.
Well, I don't know where my charger went. So I had to leave here. Penguins, they showed that they can win. They won in Game 7 over Capitals and won in Game 7 over the Senators. And I think they'll win this one. They're red hot. They played more games, which means they had more practice. Instead of Predators, which they had a longer break.
Yeah, Predators had a 3 additional day break than the Penguins did.
Yes. That's my note. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully we can see you guys in Jared Me. Season 2, episode 10.
Jordan doesn't get counted absent today, but he might get counted absent next time. Not go off.
Peace out.
So Nashville Predators, Pittsburgh Penguins. Look at how good that Nashville Predators logo looks on the biggest stage. Again, tonight on NBC, game number 1. I got the Penguins. Might be a little biased Penguins fan here. But you can't go against the Penguins when they're looking how good they are looking. This is a Penguins team I think has a very good chance to win the cup. as I said earlier, they've been banged up, but Nashville's also been banged up during these playoffs, losing their top two centermen. And I think it will hurt them against the Penguins because the Penguins, faceoffs were key in the last series for the Penguins, and they're going to carry that over to this next series, and they're going to add on to that. But Nashville, they're hungry. Nashville hasn't had a championship. The Penguins had it last year, and I don't think that's going to change anything for the Penguins, but it might change something for the Predators. The Predators, they're going to be on their toes the whole game. But the Penguins, I got them winning. I got a Penguins shirt on right now. But the Penguins have battled this whole playoffs through injuries. Nashville, they have not gone the full playoffs. They've only gone probably half the series. Pittsburgh, they've had no Chris Letang the whole playoffs. Again, Game 2 and Game 3 coming up Wednesday and I think Saturday night, both on NBCSN. And then we'll be back. Our pregame show here on SN Wednesday at 2. And I think June 3rd, we'll be back again, which is a Saturday, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and 10 a.m. on Saturday. And then we'll be back on Monday, the following Monday, looking ahead to Game 4 at 9:30 a.m. And again, it'll always be back as a replay on the SN YouTube channel. But again, all three of us picking the Penguins today to win Game 1. Stanley Cup Final. You can catch that game tonight on NBC, 7 o'clock. Tomorrow on SN. It is SN School Day 175. And then May 31st, it's going to be the Stanley Cup pregame 2. And then our final day of SN School Day, special day 176 at 4:30 p.m. And then Friday on SN, rather Thursday on SN, it's Jeremy's special clip. And you can join us on Wall Street 23 for the NBA Finals pregame at 9:30 a.m. And then come Friday, we've got an SN Garden Warfare showcase for all of you. But for Jay Carr, for Jordan Wozniak, Wall Street 23, J-Rod saying peace out from our SN studios. Hope to see you on Wednesday for game number 2.